everyone, my name's Gemma Lambert, 12 times UK Nail Champion, Nail Professional of the Year 2013, and I also won 2 Scratch Awards this year, Nail Artist of the Year and Nail Stylist of the Year. Welcome to the Nail Team's tutorial site on YouTube. Hope you enjoy the videos. Feel free to leave me any comments. Thank you, bye! So in this design I'm going to be using some of the Nail Team's glitter pigments. This is just a small selection of what we've got. I believe we've got something like 20 different colours. So you're going to do a thin wet layer of clear acrylic so that you've got a layer to file down to when that client comes back in 2 to 3 weeks time and wants a redesign. You're not filing down to tip, you've got a thin layer of clear there first. Then we're going to go into our pigments. These are glitter pigments, so tiny amounts on your brush, and it's always a tapping motion when you use pigments. Just a nice tap with the tip of your brush onto the nail. It wants to be nice and thin because you're going to cap this design with your clear acrylic. So you don't want it too thick that the nail ends up then being quite bulky. And I always work diagonally so that the nail looks longer. If you go too stripy across the nail, it can make the nail look wide. And again, blending away to nothing so that you're not working on a smile line. The idea of a nice salon speed design is it's easier to blend as a gradient rather than working on an actual smile line. Okay, so I'm happy with that design now. So this whole nail now needs capping with clear acrylic. When you're doing your capping, keep your brush angle nice and flat so it doesn't take the acrylic away from where you've placed it. Tucking them sides in. And then when you come down to that cuticle area on a client, if you just tilt your client's nail down, and then you can easily get your brush behind that bead and pull forward. Again, checking that side angle for your apex. Again, I'm just going to put a tiny little bit amount down there, just to make sure that we've got enough on that tip. We're going to let that nail set now, and then we'll be ready for filing. This nail's now ready for filing. Get rid of your dust, and then I'm going to do a 1-stroke design on this nail. So I'm going to do a one stroke design on this nail now. I'm using a 1 Move 2 brush. I'm going to push through the white paint and through the red. So you've got two colours on there. Blend on your skin, just a couple of strokes, and then we're ready to go onto the nail. Now I use a tapping motion where you tap and turn the brush at the same time. Leave a gap, leave a gap. As soon as you start feeling that paint dry out, reload. And blend again. Tap and turn. We're just doing a basic flower. Now that's an element 1, so that's the main focus of your design. We're then going to add some element 2 to this, which is some more petals flowing away from element 1. Make sure that you tuck them nice and tight into that design that you've already created. So they're actually attached. I'm then going to do some leaves, which is also part of element 2. So I'm going into yellow and green. Again, blending on the skin. Give yourself a guideline when you're doing the leaves. So 3 taps, triangle at the bottom and a point. And then you know that you've got an area to tap up to, turn the brush, tap back down. So again, guidelines by tapping a V in, then a point, and then you know where you've got to go to then. And then nails are now ready for detailing. So we're now ready for detailing, so I'm using my barber brush. Now I'm going to detail with black. You don't have to, but it's a great way to start because you can really see your detailing work then. If you're wanting the design to look a little bit more natural, then you would detail with the colour that you've used in the centre. So if, for example, if you were detailing leaves, you would use the dark green. If you were detailing the flowers, you would use the dark red. But I'm going to use black just so that you guys can see a little bit easier what I'm doing. Try and keep it at that 90-degree angle when you're detailing. That way you'll get the point of the brush doing the work for you and not the middle of the brush, which is a thicker area. And again, don't forget to add plenty of water to your paint so that it's a nice thin consistency to help you get them thin lines. Don't finish where the leaves finish, come a little bit further and that'll give that leaf a nice point for you. And again, lots of wiggling, nothing too straight and sharp. You don't need to detail inside the flower because you're going to put some little dots in there in a minute. So this would be element 3 of your design now, where you're adding the detailing work. So element 1's your main focus, element 2's your leaves and your petals flowing away from that main focus, and element 3 is all your detail work. I'm just going to add some dots to this design now, so normal thickness paint, and I'm using my barber brush, but if you want to use a dotting tool, if that's what you're more comfortable with, that's fine. And then we're going to give this nail a few seconds to dry, and then we'll add our glaze and go. So we're going to put first layer of glaze and go on, remembering because we're working with one stroke paints that glaze and go needs to be 2 layers. In fact, any top coat needs to be 2 layers. Now because glaze and go is a hard gel top coat, we're going to set it in the lamp just for 10 seconds, bring it straight back out and apply a second layer so that the first layer is still nice and sticky. So in for 10 seconds. Second layer goes straight on top, so that first layer is still nice and sticky. And that way you won't get any chipping with your design. And then that can go straight back into your lamp. LED 90 seconds, UV 3 minutes. So that nail's now finished. These are just a few other nails done with the nail team's glitter pigments, and a few normal pigments in there as well, and a little bit of detailing on some of them as well. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you would like to purchase any of the products that I've used today, please contact us at www.thenailteam.com, or you can always pop into our shop in Doncaster.